too.
Yes, I won't be able to stay on with you guys. I wasn't aware that I would be needed for, I want to say, a long portion. So
would it be helpful? I guess I know I'm doing the greetings, but since Soror Moulton can't stay on for a long period of time, she just touched on, I guess, what topics she's going to discuss in terms of healthy eating, so we can get an idea of that before she has to leave the call, if you Sorors don't mind.
Okay. Absolutely.
Sure. So my portion of the presentation, I'm sorry, we placed in the back. I'm talking about basically what foods would brighten us, brighten our mood, and what foods tend to bring us down. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of emotional eating. I'm going to have different recipes that I would give, like, things that you have around your house when you're feeling like you want a snack, or you feel that emotional eating going on. Things that will definitely not damper your mood or make you sleepy or tired or groggy, but definitely to keep you upbeat. So I'm also going to talk about things that we tend to do around the holidays, like anytime we are eating, anytime the holidays come up, what do? We always get together and we eat. Being as though it's COVID and different things like that, we're not able to get together with our family members as we would want to, but we can do many things on Zoom, on this platform, and basically have, like, you can have a cook-off, you can have, like, okay, let's all make a healthy snack together, let's all have a smoothie day. I'm going to talk about just touch on different examples like that.
Cool.
Is there anything that you guys wanted me to touch on that I haven't said?
I think that sounds good.
Okay. All right.
If there's any recipes that you want, if you already have typed up that you want to be shared, just let us know and we can share that at the end. I'm pretty sure, I'm guessing, Raquel, in terms of the resources that we have, are we just going to send a link to Mound State Director to have her send out to the chapter? I did like a Dropbox link. So I wasn't sure how we're going to present the idea of resources at the end of the discussion.
Well, I think that we could drop it into the chat box, and then we could also follow up by sending it out in the email.
Okay. So yeah, Soror Moulton, by all means, if you have some recipes already typed up, we can, send that to Mound State Director so she can have it disseminated to the chapter.
Sure thing.
And I was going to suggest posting.
I
was just going to suggest also maybe posting them on Facebook or whatever the next day on social media. That's what we've done in the past.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for that, Soror Moulton, and for being able to tell us all that before you left for the call. And thank you for joining the call tonight as well.
All righty. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'll get started on that note. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Pennsylvania Mental Health Team, I would like to thank all of you for joining us this evening for our discussion, More Than the Blues. Before we get started, I would like to pay homage to our illustrious 5 founders, known as our 5 Pearls, giving respect to the Most Honorable Arizona Cleaver Stemmons, the Most Honorable Pearl Anna Neal, the Most Honorable Myrtle Tyler Faithful, the Most Honorable Viola Tyler Goins, and the Most Honorable Fannie Pettit Watts. I would also like to give recognition to our leadership, our International Grand President, Valerie Hollingsworth Baker, our Atlantic Regional Director, Gina Merritt Epps, Esquire, and our Pennsylvania State Director, Diane Wilson. How's that so far with greetings? Before I okay, great. So I just wanted to kind of transition into talking about, I guess, mental health, and then I'll start introducing everyone. With the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with racial tensions and social injustices within our country, many of us have had our mental health compromised and our coping mechanisms have been challenged. Sadly, we have been forced to adjust to this new norm. This evening, you will hear from many mental health professionals speaking on depression, coping mechanisms, and self-care. At the end of this discussion, we will provide you with mental health resources and allow for Q&A. Therefore, we ask that everyone hold their questions and comments until the end. However, feel free to post your questions and comments in the chat as we have someone monitoring it. So without any further delay, let me first introduce you to SOAR Dr. Delaine Cassiano, who will explain to us the difference between seasonal blues and depression. Now, I'm sorry, SOAR, did you want me to do your full name or Dr. C? What are you comfortable with?
Usually you can at least say, you know, my name once and then, you know,
Okay.
it tends to
For
happen.
two.
It just calls me Dr. C after that.
Okay. All right.
Did
just making
Nadia
sure.
give you that name? Did Nadia give you that name?
I think so. I think so. I don't know when that started. It's
Okay, cool.
So I have a question. So
Yes.
when are you going to read the bios? Like right before?
So I'm actually going to read the bios for each person. So just introducing Dr. C, saying her bio and just saying how she's going to speak on seasonal blues versus, and depression. And then I'll thank her for, sharing her expertise in that matter. And then I'll transition to Raquel and speak on her bio. So that way, as opposed to doing everyone's bios all at once and then going back to Dr. C and people forgetting who is known for what and what have you, if that makes sense. If that's an okay transition for everybody. All right. So Dr. Delaine Cassiano, who likes to be referred to as Dr. C, is a board certified psychiatrist in Philadelphia. Dr. C has worked with ethnically diverse populations and a multitude of healthcare settings with a focus in women's mental health. Dr. C is a founding member and a treasurer of Global Health Psychiatry, LLC, also known as GHP. GHP is composed of a group of African-American psychiatrists committed to empowerment of individuals through mental health education and community action. Dr. C, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And could you now explain to us the difference between seasonal blues and depression? And that would be you.